Good evening from San Ignacio Town. With the 9 o'clock news, I am Patrick Jones. In the headlines, top performers in the primary school examinations are from Cayo and Orange Walk. Weekend aircraft incident in Spanish Lookout is being kept under wraps, and Belmopan Bandits and Unitedville Rebels United win in weekend softball. Stay tuned for details of these and other stories coming up after these messages.
Would you like to know more about the flora and fauna of Belize? Do you enjoy gardening and need some tips? Then tune in to The Garden Show with Belize Botanic Gardens every Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, only on the National Channel. Hi, I'm Chelsea Rain. I'd like to tell you about the biggest thing to hit the local real estate market, the Belize Real Estate Show. Whether you are a real estate agent or property owner looking to rent or sell your property, the Belize Real Estate Show can help. We offer high-quality production with stunning slideshows, voiceovers, cinematic videos, and even an extended walkthrough hosted by yours truly. Call the number on your screen and allow all our viewers to dream of renting or owning your property.
Here now is the news in details. There are reports of an incident involving an aircraft in Spanish Lookout this past weekend, but the details of exactly what happened have been hard to come by. TNC News has confirmed that some kind of aircraft had a hard landing at the community airstrip and that at least one person was hurt in the incident. But the event is being treated as a state secret, and no one on the ground would talk about it. Several persons we spoke with say they were not authorized to give information, but did not deny that there was an incident involving an aircraft. TNT News visited a business establishment where the person who was injured reportedly works, but they could not offer any details except to confirm that one of their employees was somehow involved. We'll keep following this story. The Ministry of Health today issued a statement denouncing what it calls a perverse video circulating on social media. According to the statement, the video features a man and a woman purported to have diagnoses of mental disorders being instructed to perform sexual acts by the persons recording the video. The official statement explains that audio on the video reveals that the couple was being encouraged in their actions only to be rewarded with a soda by the persons who were watching and recording the couple performing various sexual acts. The Ministry of Health says it is appalled at this assault on human dignity and is dismayed that these persons felt comfortable enough to record and share this video to further humiliate this couple and their families. The Ministry of Health implores all Belizeans to protect the privacy of all rights of all people, especially those who are made vulnerable because of physical and mental disabilities. The statement ends by calling on the general public to protest and denounce these types of violations of persons' dignity and rights. It says, and we quote, "In so doing, we can begin to change the culture of stigma, discrimination, and victimization of vulnerable persons who live among us." End of quote. Tonight, the St. Andrew's Anglican School in San Ignacio Town and the La Immaculada Primary School in Orange Walk Town are celebrating their academic accomplishments. Those two schools are home to the top performers in the 2016 primary school examinations. the results of which were released on Friday of last week. Kenley Young from St. Andrew's Anglican and Angelina Urbina from La Immaculada tied for first place with 391 points out of a possible 400 points, making them the top performers in this year's PSC, which tested 7,235 students in math, English, social studies, and science. The other top performers in the PSC are Marcela Lozano from Bernice York Institute of Learning with 388 points, Hugo Lin from Belize Elementary School, and Rene Gonzalez of St. Andrew's Anglican with 386 points, and Mihir Kirnani, Terry Sue, Erwin Arthurs, and Sion Julian, who tied with 385 points. We hope to speak with this year's top performers from the St. Andrew's Anglican School on Tuesday. In other news from the education sector, the 9th commencement exercise for the Tumulkin Center of Learning in the Toledo district was held on Saturday morning. 6 students graduated after completing 4 years of high school equivalent intercultural education, which fuses modern and Maya values, knowledge, and philosophy. The valedictorian was Lydia Kahl, who in her presentation challenged her fellow graduates to continue sharing the values they learned over the 4 years at Tumulkin as they continue on their new journey. This was a sentiment shared by the guest speaker, who also encouraged the graduates to use their skills and the education they received to develop their communities, their villages, and the country. During Saturday's graduation, the manager of the institution, Julius Casimiro, gave a report on the school's performance in the academic year just ended, while the chairman of the board of directors, Pablo Miss, also reported on what was done at the policy level during the school year. The Belize Social Security Board, in collaboration with the Belize Referendum Commission, is sponsoring a public debate later this month on the Belize-Guatemala referendum. The event, scheduled for Thursday, June 23rd, will feature 2 teams, an affirmative and one against, that seeks to provide relevant information to the Belizean public on the issue of submitting the claim by Guatemala to the International Court of Justice for final settlement. Panelists will include Ambassadors Lisa Schumann and Jim Murphy and Gian Vasquez arguing on the affirmative. Attorney Richard Dickey Bradley, Fred Hunter, and Paul Morgan will argue against. The event will be held at the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts in Belize City and will be moderated by Dr. Leroy Almendarez. You're watching the 9 o'clock news. We will have more of the day's stories for you right after these messages.
Misses a football match.
Me neither.
Are you enjoying this game or what?
I'm loving every minute of it.
I can't miss this game, but I can't see it either.
Here, now you can. The game's on me.
Now, wherever there's internet, you don't have to miss a single minute of TV. And the best part of MyTV is its cost as little as $10 monthly for Central TV and Internet's customers. With 25 channels at your fingertips, you'll always be tuned in. MyTV is available only at Central TV and Internet. Log on and discover a new world of mobile TV.
Hey, do you happen to have a beer?
Welcome back to the 9 o'clock news. A man was shot and killed on Sunday evening in Belize City. The victim has been identified as 34-year-old Marlon Bonner, a resident of Farbers Road. According to police reports, their initial investigations revealed that Bonner was on the basketball court at the corner of Central American Boulevard and Farbers Road when a lone gunman approached and fired several shots, fatally wounding him to the back, head, and chest. Investigations continue. In Placencia Village, police are investigating a burglary in which over $25,000 worth of cash and valuables were stolen. 55-year-old Maxine White reported to police that sometime between 1 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon and 5 o'clock on Saturday evening, her home was burglarized while she was away. White told police that the burglar or thieves stole a safe with $20,000 in cash, passports, jewelry, and other personal items inside. The total value of the stolen items was put at $25,200. Police investigations continue. The government of Belize today issued a statement expressing distress and sorrow over the senseless killing and injuring of innocent citizens in Orlando, Florida on Sunday. The government, in its release, extends condolences and prayers to the families and friends of those killed and injured in this tragic incident. The official statement says that this horrible mass shooting in a nightclub serves as a reminder to all of the ever-present threat of terrorism and indiscriminate violence. The government says it condemns those unjustifiable and savage attacks against innocent civilians and stands in solidarity with the United States of America during this very difficult period. The government reiterates its commitment to cooperate with the international community to fight against this scourge to our common humanity. A workshop on tilapia farming was conducted last week in Independence Village, Stan Creek District. The training was provided as part of an aquaculture project between Belize and the Republic of China, Taiwan, that was implemented back in 2012. The $2.5 million aquaculture project is due to wrap up next year, but the overall objective is to enhance the tilapia production industry in Belize, to improve the economic condition and nutrition of Belizeans living in rural areas well beyond the conclusion of the project. More than 20 aquaculture producers and related professionals took part in last week's training, including representatives of various international agencies, the private sector, and agricultural specialists. During this workshop, the participants received important lectures for tilapia farming, including pond construction and planning for tilapia cultivation, pond management for tilapia cultivation, and marketing and organization strategies for tilapia cultivation. So far, 2 workshops on tilapia farming have been conducted, and officials say more than 2 more such training sessions are planned for later this year. Certification exercises were held today in Corozal for teachers and parents who successfully completed training in early childhood education, special education, classroom management, leadership, parenting skills, intermediate computer skills, and first aid training. With the completion of the training, these teachers are now equipped with enhanced educational leadership skills and competencies, which will significantly contribute in making a positive educational impact or nurturing the development of students. The Belize Social Investment Fund, in recognition of forging strategic partnership as it relates to capacity building of Belize's human resources, collaborated with the Ministry of Education, Youth and Sports, and with respect to the 18 weeks training for parents, SIF also collaborated with the Ministry of Human Development, Social Transformation and Poverty Alleviation in facilitating the parenting skills training through the Community and Parent Empowering Program, also known as COMPAR. The Early Education Training Project is an initiative undertaken by Belize Social Investment Fund in contributing to the empowerment and strengthening of the education system in Orange Walk and Corozal. It is being funded by the government of Belize as a sub-project under the Basic Needs Trust Fund 7, the Caribbean Development Bank. There are new champions of primary school football in Belize, and the Kaya women's softball competition continues towards the playoffs. Our sports editor, Reynard Garbett, reports.
Raymond Garbutt Kayo Senior Female Softball Competition sponsored by Area Representative Honorable John Saldiver continue on Sunday with games being played at the softball field in Unitedville. Game 1 saw Belmopan Bandits winning over Belmopan Capital City Emeralds by a score of 20 runs to nil. Winning pitcher was Lanisha Jones and the losing pitcher was Leonelli Aldana. The second game saw Roaring Creek Grace Kennedy winning by forfeit over Camalote by a score of 7 runs to nil. There has been no word as yet from Camalote for their absence from Sunday's scheduled match. Game 3 saw Unitedville Rebels winning over Esperanza Wolverines by a score of 11 runs to 3 runs. The winning pitcher was Francine Salazar and the losing pitcher was Olivia Meralda. The standing at this stage of competition sees Roaring Creek Grace Kennedy in first place with 10 wins and 1 loss. Unitedville Rebels and Belmopan Bandits are tied for second place with 8 wins and 3 losses each. Camalote is in third place with 4 wins and 7 losses, while Esperanza is in fourth place with 3 wins and 8 losses. The Belmopan Capital City Emeralds remain in the cellar winless in 11 outings. Games are scheduled for this upcoming Sunday at the Denver Fuller Stadium in Camalote. Turning now to football. The 2016 National Primary School Championship were played on Thursday and Friday at the Isidoro Beaton Stadium in Belmopan. 6 male and 6 female teams representing schools from each district took part in the event. But when the championship games rolled around on Friday afternoon, it featured Shinush, Seventh-day Adventist of Corozal, taking on San Pedro Roman Catholic School from the Belize district. In the male division, Shinush Seventh-day Adventist outlast San Pedro RC by a score of 1-0, taking home the championship trophy. On the female side, Copperbank RC School from Corozal outlasted Independence Primary of Stan Creek to take home the 2016 championship. Overall, it was a well-played championship by the children. The tournament was organized and hosted by the National Sports Council of Belize. The winners of this year's Primary School National Championship should get a chance to participate in the 2017 Kodikoder Games.
This is the news on the national channel. We will have a look at the weather for you when the news continues after these messages.
Hi, I'm Chelsea Rain. I'd like to tell you about the biggest thing to hit the local real estate market, the Belize Real Estate Show. Whether you are a real estate agent or property owner looking to rent or sell your property, the Belize Real Estate Show can help. We offer high-quality production with stunning slideshows, voiceovers, cinematic videos, and even an extended walkthrough hosted by yours truly. Call the number on your screen and allow all our viewers to dream of renting or owning your property.
My dad never misses a football match.
Me neither.
Are you enjoying this game or what?
I'm loving every minute of it.
I can't miss this game, but I can't see it either.
Here, now you can. The game's on me.
Now, wherever there's internet, you don't have to miss a single minute of TV. And the best part of my TV is its cost as little as $10 monthly for Central TV and Internet's customers. With 25 channels at your fingertips, you'll always be tuned in. My TV is available only at Central TV and Internet. Log on and discover a new world of mobile TV.
Hey, do you happen to have a beer?
The weather was warm today in San Ignacio, and the forecast is for more of the same in the coming days. Here is the forecast for Tuesday. And that is a look at the weather with information provided by forecaster Michael Gentle at the Belize Weather Bureau. To end the news, we take a look at the headlines. Again, top performers in the primary school examinations are from Cayo and Orange Walk. Weekend aircraft incident in Spanish Lookout is being kept under wraps. And Belmopan Bandits and Unitedville Rebels United win in weekend softball. With the headlines, we end this edition of the 9 o'clock news. Thank you for joining us. I am Patrick Jones. Have a good evening and a good night.